For a long time, we've all been taught about sales funnels. Sales funnels are the most important thing, right? And in marketing your business. And that's all changed. It's all changed, and I'm going to talk to you about it right now. Who am I? My name's Charles. I work in marketing, filmmaking, and AI automation. And what I'm going to share with you today is something that's so important in how buying has changed, how people's buying habits have changed, and yet most of the people still play like it's 2000. Most people in business still play like it's 2000, unless you're Gen Z, in which case you already know this stuff. But for you, even millennials and Gen X who are still running the businesses, this is the stuff you need to understand in order to see how business is evolving, especially with AI, right? So let's dive into this video. Why prospects ghost you, the buying journey nobody talks about. So the model every marketer swears by, and the quiet assumption that breaks it. Let's come down here, and I'm gonna draw this out for you. Okay, so for a long time, we've all been taught about. Let's go up here. Something called a funnel. And the whole idea behind a funnel is that it captures awareness and drives people down a funnel to bring them to a buying decision, right? So there, if this funnel represents a funnel that you designed in your business, and we've got all kinds of people here, and the goal with your funnel was to find potentially interested people who would be interested in your offer, and then send them through the funnel, right? And then if you send them through the funnel, some people would make it to awareness, and then they would get to this stage of consideration, and then they'd get to this decision, to the stage of decision, and then they would get to buy, and then you would have money, right? So that's for the longest time, how we've kind of, and still a lot of businesses think about how money is made in a business. And while a way of thinking could hold this true, it is just no longer accurate. It's no longer accurate because it holds on to a key assumption that is no longer the case. And the key assumption is that these people, as they go through the funnel, that they're going to continue in a straight line through the funnel all the way to the buying decision. They're going to go through that awareness, consideration, decision, buy stage in the way that you laid out that content to naturally, logically bring them to that buying decision. That is not how it's done anymore. And that's the big change that we're going to explain. So if we look instead to how people tend to buy, there's this concept called inbound marketing. Oops. And the idea behind inbound marketing is a recognition that the way that people buy nowadays is different. So you have a person, and they're just kind of living their life. They're walking through life, and they get introduced to this business that sells chicken. Got a chicken there, right? Chicken leg. That's a horrible chicken leg. And you've got another business that sells cars, right? Like, think of these like billboards, right? And you've got another business that sells drinks. It's a bar, right? Bam. And so they're walking through their life, and they're like, and they see, oh, there's that chicken restaurant over there. That's good for me to remember. Oh, that's right, that new car came out over there. That's good for me to remember. Oh, that new bar just opened up. That's good for me to remember. And they continue moving forward in their life, right? And then as they get down the road in time, um, time passes, uh, then they're randomly, they find themselves, this is them kind of doing this face, thinking of, doop, oh yeah, what was that one bar I wanted to go to? That bar I saw the thing for? Right? What was that bar? And then what they do is they go and they go to their computer or they go to their phone, right? Bam. They go to their phone and then they look it up. They look up that bar, this bar, and then they see what other type of content that bar has. They pull up the social media. They they pull up their feed and they see that they've got some content here. They've got happy people, whatever. You see like Insta. Sorry, I just got a new pen and I'm still learning how to use it. Um, but so they look up the content and then they come to their own buying decision, right? So Google has made a term for this, has actually created a description for this. It's called the messy middle. And the reason why it's messy is because it is exactly the opposite of the funnel over here. All right? It's a funnel is inherently guides people towards a straight line. The messy middle represents the idea of a person can come into awareness, but then they go and live their life and they come back to the awareness again and again over the consideration time in their own like sporadic life. They're jumping around. They're not they're not continuing down their buying decision in any type of logical step ABC pattern. They're kind of going in their content consumption and awareness. They're going like A, X, W, V, B, F, Z, G. Like they're jumping all over the place. And this is why there's this new form of marketing called inbound marketing that's taking over. And the idea behind inbound marketing is it's structured more like a circle. And so this is HubSpot just did a whole training about this where you have the awareness stage. Oh my gosh. You've got the awareness stage, and then so this is your content that this could be like your pop culture social media content, right? And then you have your consideration stage where this is like your trust building. And then you have your engagement. Woo! Whatever. Engagement. You got to follow along with me for you to know what this video is saying. You got your engagement stage. And so people may come in here, but it is through the spinning of the wheel that they naturally bring themselves to a buying decision if they want to continue engaging with their brand. And the way that they continue to consider your brand and continue engaging with you to bring them to a buying decision is by sharing valuable content. It is in building trust. They have to believe that you are legit, and they have to believe that you're real and that you're a person, especially as we get to this time where people are seeing so much online that and anything could be real or fake. They don't know. They want to know that they're dealing with a real person, right? So let's continue. Let's zoom back in here. So we talked about so far, the model every marketer swears by is the funnel and the quiet assumption that breaks it. The quiet assumption is that people are going to, if they enter your funnel, they're going to continue down the funnel in a straight line. And that is false. What buyers are actually doing while your funnel waits for them is the messy middle. They're continuing down the messy middle buying pattern. They get introduced to you, then they continue, and they jump out, they learn about other stuff, and then your hope is that they will remember you and then continue to look you up on their own device. And then do you have enough content to engage with them, to help them bring themselves to a buying decision? And the shift that makes your content work with human behavior instead of against it is something called inbound marketing. Man, that is just, what is that again? I know it's, I'm just going to erase it. And I'm going to rewrite that because it doesn't make any sense. It's like, what is it? Okay, good enough. So if this is still circle, that is engagement, right? So anyway, so you need to put content out there so that they can continue to engage with you. And the way that you do that now is to share valuable content that allows them to build trust with you so that they know that you're real. They know that you have their best interest in mind, and they know that if they buy from you, that their experience is going to get better, right? So this is how it's all changed. It's not just produce a commercial and then follow up with people and then make a sale. It is produce a variety of content solving for different problems that a person might be experiencing to help them understand that you can solve their problems. And then when they start to trust that you can solve their problems, then they'll start bringing their problems to you to solve. But it's not until they trust you that they're going to want to do business with you. So that is why this is what I'm doing right now. With this video right now, I'm trying to show you that I understand this strategy and so that you can trust that the strategy that I'm going to put in place for you, if I work with you in marketing your business, is going to be the type of thing that's going to help bring your business up into the modern buying process. All right. So if that's helpful, if you got a question or if you want me to cover something specific in the next one, drop it a comment. Otherwise, hit the like, and because it helps the algorithm, helps us find more people. And stay tuned because the next one is going to be even more valuable. All right. I'm Charles. Thanks for watching.